All right, so what do we have for today's status? Let's think back to what we did today. So we started out with the N8N. We looked at RAG and MCP. So that kind of wraps it up for me. If there was anything specific I needed to learn, I would just probably hold off until I need that information and do it. Because at this point, I think I have the basics down, and I have some projects to do that will solidify the information on that. That being said, I also looked. Oh yeah, there's something else I did this morning, right? I created some more meditation music using the generative, and then I created a video and uploaded it. So a very short one, but at least we have a video still building up a following. I think I got 3 subscribers, 70 visitors. That won't take off until I get some more social media stuff working. So what did I do? I thought about having 4 different brands and using this to market digital products. So the first brand will be around meditation, creating music for meditation, creating guided meditation using the voiceovers, creating video with VO3, and creating some kind of like immersive experience for YouTube, and getting more and more followers to the point where I can start selling them digital products. And the digital products will be downloads, like specific niche meditations and music and stuff like that, ebooks about meditation. Then secondly would be the Calgentic one. That would be implementing workflows, providing information and training and that kind of thing all around these new products. Just seeing something weird there. It's like some kind of, oh yeah, there's a reflection there. So yeah, looking at those different products that we could create, doing the RAG, obviously. And that shouldn't be too problematic. Also, I got a high-speed scanner today, so I can scan documents and see how RAG works with a large knowledge base. I'm just going to scan everything that I have in my files and shred it and use that as a way to access information, except for my taxes, which I actually need. I need like 5 years of taxes. Um, so then the other one is about digital products. Like it could be different digital products that I sell or teach people how to sell them, stuff like that. And there's another one, and I can't remember what the other one is about. I wonder if I can look in my files and figure that out. Oh no, I can't because I removed my files. So if I go to, um, I'd have to go to my journal to figure that out. An interesting brings up an interesting question. Since Notebook LM has access to my journal, I should just be able to ask it what that question. Um, but I think what I'm going to do is just look in my journal and see what I put in there. Yeah, so the one brand would be multimedia, which would basically be the DJing, audio, and images and music and video. The agentic automation, which we already talked about, I was able to install Claude Desktop integrate that with iMessenger so I can think about send Scottsdale information on so and so. And it will research it on the web because I integrated with my web browser as well. So it'll just search it on the web, it'll get the information together and it'll send it off like without me having to do anything. So then I integrated with my file system. That didn't go quite as well. It knew the files were there, but it wasn't able to tell me what was in the file. So something's not quite right there. But you can connect a vector database, which I'm going to try and do, as well as you can connect tools. So I developed the tools using N8N, such as accessing my task list, updating it, adding tasks, and so on, access to my calendar. And then I think I'll do something like provide access. I'll provide an agent that can answer questions on projects. Like what is the state of this project? What is the next steps? Something like that. Maybe even integrate with a actual tool like ClickUp that can do that type of thing. So then I'll eventually create basically a digital assistant that has access to email. What's on my plate for today? Well, you've got a couple of emails about this. You've got um, something on your calendar. You've got 3 or 4 tasks that you said you would complete today. Yeah, so instead of having to go to all these apps and pull all this information and figure that out for myself, I'll have Claude do it for me. So that's what I'm thinking about there. That'll be the automation part, obviously. And I guess I will start scanning those documents. So quite a lot today, really, when you think about it. Quite a lot of things. You can use N8N to create an MCP client or server. And the server, I believe, can connect to Claude. So you'll have like a ready capability from your desktop to just ask questions, conduct your business. It doesn't yet, that wouldn't yet work on mobile, but I'd like to see some kind of mobile solution for this. So setting up some kind of chat interface, so voice interface with a LLM such that it can be a digital assistant and get things done. I know somebody tried to make a device that could do that, but they were too soon, I think. I think the market wasn't there yet for something like that. But that would certainly be something to try out. But I don't see why your phone wouldn't be able to do that. Or, a cellular powered iPad or tablet, and potentially like a smartwatch. So you could do it with like maybe headphones, earbuds, or whatever. And you'd be like, yeah, what's on my calendar today? You could be out jogging, right? And you could be like, tell me what's on my calendar. Oh, I forgot to add this task to my tasks. Can I add that? Do all of that, like just with voice and audio. I think that could be pretty interesting project. All right, well, that's it for today. It's Wednesday, July the 2nd, 6 p.m.